What's up, my dude? Galaxy Boy still got it. Sorry, haters. Oh, man. So, let's not beat around the thank the Lord for that burning bush here. This is the longest I have ever went without uploading MX Simulator content, and also the longest I have ever went without playing MX Simulator. It's been about, I don't know, 3+ months, 4+ months since I really played this game. That is the biggest break I have ever taken since I started playing this shit way back in 2014, though, brother. Okay? Seems like that was forever ago now at this point. But, so, that's kind of what this video's all about right here, explaining where I've been, what my plans are for the future. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have this thought that, like, I'm sort of on my way out with MXM, or I'm done with MXM and I'm never coming back. Oh boy, oh boy. You got something special in store for you, because, in fact, it's actually quite the opposite of that. You know, I never planned on permanently leaving this game, okay? This little break that I've taken these past few years in the game, that was never meant to be like okay, I'm never coming back, I'm going to step away from the pro racing forever. It was never about any of that, okay? It was just simply what I like to call a little bit of MX Simulator hibernation mode, okay? If you think back to, like, when I first got into MXM, into 2014... bro, that shit was my whole life. That was my whole life. Like, end of 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. This game was all I did, bro. MXM is life, bro. I really don't think some people understand. Literally, fingers bleeding, bro, from playing the game, bro. So much, bro. Come on, dude. I just don't think a lot of people fully understand the level and the hours you can actually put into a game like MX Simulator. But, point being is, Spency Boy went hard in the paint there for like a good 3-4 year stretch, okay? And after the 2017 RF season, you know, RF shut down, all that crazy shit happened with Rush Chapman and him key sharing and them letting him back in a year later, and then he key shares again, and then they let him back in, then he does it again, you know, all that bullshit, okay? All that was going down right about around that same time, 2018, 2019, all the crazy ass, you know, let's try to throw a Erode system into a game engine from 2007, yada, yada, yada. We've heard that story 10,000 times, okay? Spency Boy gonna ride this horse out. We ain't beating this one to death, baby. So all that went down. So basically, it was just a good time for me to take a break from this game. I could come back to the pro racing at any time. I mean, I don't really think that's much of a question. I know there's a lot of hater boys out there that's going to, you know, think in their head, oh, Spencer can't come back. Oh, bro. But the reality of it is, you really don't forget how to play the game, okay? And I've been through way too many pro racing experiences at the top, literally the top possible level of the game, 450 RF pro racing into the main events, top 5 pulling hole shots, running up front in 450 main events, fastest motherfuckers in the game. You learn a certain experience from going through that, where it's like all I would have to do is just sit down and start seriously playing the game again, and I could jump right back into it at any point in time, bro. It's just all about doing it at the right time, trying to come back at the right time. I don't want to jump back into it and then not be having fun with it and not really feeling like you know, I'm doing it for a reason and getting something out of it and all that kind of stuff. I just feel like I experienced a lot in the game from like 2015, 16, 17, and it was just like, you know, I'm cool with stepping away for a minute. I don't have to This isn't like I'm on some contract deal in real life Supercross and I got to go out there and, prove myself or some shit. Like, I could take a step back, mess with some of my real life stuff, buy a house, get married, do some of these things I got to do over here. Then we can think about coming back to the old MX Sim. But my problem is I'm like all or nothing, 0 to 100, 100 or nothing on MX Sim. Seems like I'm just all in or nothing with the game, and I've been sort of nothing for a while, but that all in part's about to come back, baby. I'm telling you. Trust me, I have not forgotten about this absolute legend. It's always there in the back of my mind. Even when I go through my certain stages of not really playing the game as much, that's just because I'm resting up to go on another run to play the game and get back into some sort of organized racing. Not really sure if it's even going to be RF or not, but, get back into the game at least to that kind of level and making the custom tracks and get back in there into the actual, into the updates of the game and the bike changes and everything like that. It all kind of comes together to make this big puzzle. But yeah, I think a lot of people look back at my results after 2017 in the pro racing and it's, not that impressive. Well, that's because I just really wasn't giving a shit about it. Like, when I say it was like I was just kind of going through it just to see what they were going to do, that's literally what I was doing. And really, I should have stepped away a little sooner because that would have made more sense to what my brain was actually thinking. But I kind of stuck around an extra year because I wanted to start up a team. So I kind of did all that. But realistically, like, I would have been fine just racing in 2018 and kind of seeing what they were going to do and coming to that realization that RF was not going to make massive changes to the systems and shit like that in 1 year, or 2 years. It was going to take like 5 to 10 years before we might even remotely see any actual substantial change in the way they're doing the pre-made and the Erode together and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, even some of the track designs in Supercross this year, 2022, don't make me have to bring it all back up. But oh my God, some of that shit looked like day one track maker type shit, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that, bro. So they're still obviously got some apparent track maker issues and shit like that in 2022. So it's like, I haven't really felt like in a super big rush to come back. Again, RF, I felt like lost their name a little bit when they shut down and came back and it was all different people. I just don't feel like it quite has the same level of meaning behind it. And that was the thing that I always got tripped up on after 2017 was, it wasn't even technically RF in 2018, but then it was again in 2019, but then they still carried over the numbers and the championships and everything in 2018 after that. So it was like this weird combination between RF and EMF North American. What the fuck is going on here? Okay, I'm sure a lot of you guys that raced through that and raced before that can relate to how weird all of that was. So that sort of took me to this point where I was like, okay, I just don't care anymore. That's basically what happened. Got to that level and I was like, who gives a shit about RF anymore? Who cares anymore? And that's kind of where my mindset has stuck to this point and still feel that way. But, still love this game more than anything and want to come back more than anything. But again, it's just striking that perfect time frame. I'm only going to go so long without those experiences of that level of racing on MX Sim. It's literally like a drug, bro. It is weird like that. So, but yeah, Spency boy, a little bit of hibernation, but the bear's getting hungry again. Tiger's getting hungry again. We hungry, baby. Too fast, too furious, baby. Oh my God. So either way, just, even though I've taken quite the break from this game, There was always a comeback in mind. Always, bro. I will never, bro. You're going to have me in the hospital bed, bro. I'll have him in there on the, bro. Spency Boy, 69 years old in the hospital, bro. Fucking jamming out on MXM in the hospital bed, bro. Fucking throwing steezy ass whips, dude. Oh, bro. Got the morphine drip going, fucking whipping that bitch, dude. I'm gonna have to like play with like a special controller, bro. Oh my god. That's the real talk though. That is the real talk though. That's what this game means to me, bro.